Hey guys, it's Andrew with Android Central, and we're live at SDC13, and we're bringing you another interesting person that's here, and you're David with Topi, and you're fundamental really in people connecting at SDC13. You customized your app for Samsung to help people find their way around, but also connect. So kind of tell us about it, and we're going to show it off a little bit for those who are interested.
Yeah, so absolutely. We developed Topi, which is an application for attendees to network efficiently at conferences. When you go to an event, definitely what you want to do is get as much information as possible, but a very strong element of you wanting to go to an event is to network, to find new business partners, friends, developers, whatever.
Right, and exchanging business cards works, but then what happens after that, right? It's kind of, it makes more sense, we all have the phones on us to get connected there and then continue the conversation, right?
Absolutely, so that's number one. Number two is also, it's kind of awkward to just walk around and check each other's names. It's just awkward and not efficient.
Yeah, so do you want to kind of show us the interface here? It's pretty simple, it's kind of in the, you have your public side and your private side. So how exactly does that work on Topi?
So the public side, I'm going to show you right away. There we go. So you really have two tabs mostly. On the first tab, these are the public conversations. These are suggested to you by Topi based on your profile and that of other attendees. So for example, this is where we hope you will break the ice as easily as possible.
Right. So grouping you together with people that maybe worked at similar companies or have similar interests. Of course, internet and technology is going to have a huge grouping at a conference like this. But that could be anything for any kind of conference, right?
It could be anything. It could be also your hometown. For example, I'm French. If there's a bunch of French people, I'm going to see something France.
Great.
It could be my meetup memberships. It could be a lot of stuff. Whatever is emotional and you feel connected to, we're going to try to group you with people who share the same interests.
Awesome. So when we hop into maybe the technology section, anybody can just talk to anybody else and kind of just get to know each other?
It's exactly the idea. So, sorry, I went to the Google one, but as you can see, the interface should feel very natural. You can send pictures, you can send little sketches, doodles.
Right.
You can do a lot of stuff.
I see you can share your location there. So you find somebody in here and say, oh, maybe I want to pitch you on this idea, or maybe we want to work together or something. You can meet up on location too.
Yes, exactly. Or you can send voice. It seems very natural, but that's the whole idea. So you don't even you can choose to join a group like this. You automatically join it based on your profile.
Great, great. And so then if you do meet somebody and maybe you don't want to talk into 18 different people in technology, you can go over to a private group too, right?
Absolutely. So we try to emulate what happens in real life, right? You start listening in one of the conversations happening in technology, for example. Then you start chiming in, and then maybe there's a couple of people that you hit it off with, in which case you can click on their profile and just continue the conversation in a private setting.
Right, and then you can check out their profile, you could actually, and so that's all information that they submitted, right? So you build your profile first, and then you can let everybody else see that as well.
Exactly. So the way it works is you usually log in via Facebook or LinkedIn, or a registration information that was given to you by the organizer. Then you can link any existing social network, LinkedIn, Meetup, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
And then that lets it branch out from there as well. Then you can, friend each other on Facebook or make the contacts on LinkedIn from there as well, right? So this is really supposed to be, I think an icebreaker is probably the best way to put it. But of course, like at a big conference like SDC, you have a way to navigate around the conference and everything like that. So that's just right inside the app as well?
Yes. So let me go back to it. So the main screens really focus on engagement, conversations
that's
around
clearly
attendees.
the main focus of the app.
But we also don't want you to be carrying around like 10-pound bags of stuff.
Of course, or the little fold-out map,
Exactly, or the little fold-out map. So if you wanted to know what's happening, you can see a map of both floors right here, and if you want to know what's happening right now, you can just tap and you see the information about the session.
Great. Yeah, and for a conference like this where it's on different floors and all the different sessions are going on, it's you said that you can share when you're at a specific event as well, right?
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
so that's another way for you can see like-minded people. If you're both at a smart TV talk, then you can meet up afterwards or just chat and figure out what's going on.
Exactly. So you see here, what you see here is the agenda. You can just tap on any of the sessions, read the description, see who the speaker is, and that sort of stuff. If you say, oh, this is an interesting session, I'm going to attend it, what that's going to do in the background is it's going to group you with the other people who want to attend that session, and you will be automatically able to chat with everybody attending the session.
Okay, cool. So you could have the, like I said, the smart TV group when that starts to build, and there's no limit on the size of that group. It could really get going as much as you want.
Up to 2 million users. So
okay. So I think that'll scale a little bit. So as far as scaling goes, so have you guys done other extremely large conferences as well, or it goes all the way in both directions?
It went from 25 attendees, very C-level people in an healthcare company, to over 3,500 attendees at this point.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a huge event. It could be for a weekend get-together, like you said, a locality or something like that. It really doesn't matter?
People have used it for birthday parties, bar mitzvah, for small meetups in New York City. Okay. Really for anything.
Right, so and it's really, I'm sure you guys have seen, when you put it all into one app, and it's, your one-stop place, you know what's going on, you're at this conference, you can just open this app. It's not open up this chat app, open this map, open up the website. It's all in one place.
It's exactly what we're trying to do. We're bringing elements of social networking and communications that make sense within the context of an event and put it all in one place.
Mm-hmm. And it's great that you guys aggregate everything, right? That you said you can plug in your Facebook or LinkedIn, and it's not like you have to rebuild your profile every single time that you go to an event. It's something that you can install at the start, and then you go from there.
Absolutely, right? You don't want to recreate your event from scratch.
Right. So do you guys have anything else upcoming or interesting that you're willing to talk about? Maybe you have a little bit of an interesting feature or something coming out?
I think there's a very interesting feature that we are going to be demoing very soon.
Sure.
So right now, the one thing that we do is we automatically sign you in based on your geolocation, which is called geofencing, right? So organizers can go around and create as many geofences as they want for their event, and people part of these geofences will be automatically signed in.
Oh, great.
So in a way, we're bringing people together regardless of where they are in the world. Number two, what we're really launching soon is step 2, I would say. Now we're bringing people together geographically speaking. Now we're going to also enable them to speak whatever language they want and be understood by the others. So we're going to enable live translations within the app.
Oh, that's great. So especially when you have, a big group, something like SDC, people are coming from, I think they said 33 countries, right? Yes. So in the future, you'll be able to, type in French and then have it translated to somebody, we have Korean speakers that could figure it out, right? And
it's exactly how
that's
it works.
all just going to happen automatically.
You hit the button, translate, you speak in your mother tongue, and it will be translated into how many languages.
Right, and that's something that's seriously important. You talk about icebreakers. What happens when you walk up to somebody and you don't speak the same language,
Absolutely,
right?
And you can't assume everybody speaks English, so that's
right. Of course.
That's the cool next feature that we're going to launch.
Well, as somebody that goes to a lot of different conferences, this is something that, we've seen a lot of bad conference apps, and, sometimes not at all. Like I said, the crinkled up map.
Yes.
And so something like this, something like Topi is amazing. So
we
really appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk about it, and looking forward to that translate feature, absolutely.
Thank you very much,
right.
My pleasure.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to be coming back with more interesting speakers. I think we got 1 or 2 more for day 1 at SDC13. Hang on just a few minutes.